Come in. Hey there. I knew you'd be caught off guard, but you're more shocked than I thought you'd be. It's almost reassuring in a way. Feel free to take a seat. Or if you'd rather stand there stupefied, be my guest. You'll have to excuse the current state I'm in. I'm undergoing treatment. Very well. You're probably wondering what all these are. They're life support devices. Without them, I wouldn't last 30 minutes. For a while, I was fine being disconnected for nearly 2 hours at a time, but it's gone a bit downhill since the blood transfusion. Don't feel too sorry for me. This was the best option available at the time. These devices are powered by the Ark's internal power grid. Due to recent happenings, the resulting temporary power outage caused my life support to shut down for a while. The timing couldn't have been worse. As you can see, I made it through, but I now have to undergo emergency treatment. I apologize that I couldn't be of more help at the time. It's a long story as to how I ended up like this. In time, I'll tell you all about it. Back to the issue at hand. You've performed admirably. Unfortunately, sacrifices had to be made, but at least we've managed to hold on. Well done. Now, to the most pressing matter at hand. I want you to reclaim the surface. For good. Even a small plot of land will suffice, so long as you're able to reclaim it. We have the means to accomplish this. You've been to Eden, so I don't think I need to provide a lengthy explanation. So long as we have the optical camouflage provided by the Pilgrims, we have the means to reclaim the surface. Now is precisely the right time. We've managed to hold off both the Raptures and the Heretics. This is a landmark victory for the Ark. The public is coming back around regarding their stance on Nikke's. However, the Ark also suffered many losses. Resources, manpower, and other accumulated assets. For now, we're turning a blind eye to the fallout because we're drunk on our victory. However, these setbacks will come back to haunt us. When that happens, the situation will become uncontrollable. This success actually poses a problem. The people will wonder why we didn't go and strike out when we had our chance. The people will question our motives. It's been over a century since humanity was trapped underground. For most of that time, we didn't have a clear idea of the situation up on the surface, but now it has become quite clear. Everyone will start asking why we're not venturing out when it is clearly doable. There are even rumblings of this nature within the central government. They do. But as you well know, we have no chance of emerging victorious. Despite this, everyone is talking. Once hope starts bubbling to the surface, there's no stopping it. That's why I want you to reclaim a part of the surface. Just a part. When the time comes, it will serve as a deterrent to our opponents, and also become a seed that will produce new hope. I'm not asking you to do it right now. I know you still have to go find Rappy. Take your time. First, determine a target location. The further away from the Ark, the better. Somewhere with a self-sustaining environment would be ideal. Sorry to drop this all in your lap. Now, if you don't mind, I have a meeting. Actually, I just have to focus on my treatment.
Hey, Master! Me? My body is in tip-top shape. Sure, I remember. Master, are you Rappy went into overdrive and, with Dorothy's help, drove her away from the Ark. That's why we had to go find Rappy. I was fighting Nihilister and Chatterbox. Come to think of it, whatever happened to those two? I must have driven them away. Am I the bane of the heretic's existence? Are you sure you're okay, Master?
Commander? Can we talk for a bit?
Sure.
No, I want to speak to him alone.
Huh? You're not going out to eat or something without me, are you?
No! It's about Neon. When she died, I think the nymph fabricated her memories. That's why she doesn't remember her body being bisected. According to her memory, she was fighting the entire way through. Just act as if you don't know anything. That's what I believe, yes. There have been cases where Nikkes have experienced multiple deaths, and it becomes dangerous for them to carry those memories. This is considered one of Nymph's functions. Me? I remember everything. I'm not sure how, but somehow I remained in battle mode even after I was sliced in half. So, I remember all of it. What Rappy did and what happened to her afterwards. It's unsettling. Part of my body is lying somewhere else, but I am still able to see and hear everything. And I'm powerless to do anything. Shortly after that, I lost consciousness. When I came to, I'm back to normal. It's a traumatic memory. Like waking up from a terrible nightmare. But I know that it wasn't a dream. Which only makes it more unsettling. Don't worry about me, Commander. I've already died several times before. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm used to it, but I've gotten to the point where I can endure it. So, hurry up. We have to find Rappy. Let's go. What's in that box you have? I just noticed it. Whatever it is, it must be valuable, considering how tightly you're holding on to it. Why would you need that? Are you feeling sick? When you see Rappy, you have to give her a shot?
She's not going to go on a rampage and destroy everything, is she?
Of course not!
But that usually happens whenever you have to give someone a shot.
You get shots when you're sick.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Just in case, Commander, I want to confirm. Neon and I are the only ones who are going to find Rappy and Dorothy, right? Any chance we could get some reinforcements?
I'd like some too. I feel uneasy going with just Denise.
Hey, not cool. But as far as the official story is concerned, we're chasing after Dorothy, a pilgrim who entered the Ark. The top brass aren't going to let that slide. Surely they'd be willing to allocate more resources to chasing her down?
Sounds like things are getting serious.
Well, what we're doing is serious too. The least they could do is send the scouts to tag along. What the?
What is it?
Look over there! You'll be just as surprised.
What in the world?
Told you.
Well, well. Look who it is.
You're nothing if not tenacious. I heard you were injured. What inspired you to hobble over here so quickly? How are you trying to screw us over this time?
Let me show you.
Whoa! What is all this stuff? We've got a tent, high-concentrate Splendimin, a water purification device, high-capacity batteries, a MMR-certified medical kit, and a spinner suitcase?
I've seen those in a ton of commercials. They never tell you the price, though. I went to the store wanting to buy one, but came out disappointed because they were so expensive.
Looks like Matisse is going on quite the mission. Have you come to gloat about it?
I heard you were going up to the surface to chase after that pilgrim. I thought these might help. I brought what I could. Well, there aren't too many of you, so I packed things that would be easy to carry. Huh? Just take it already. I had my best quality control guys choose them. What are you talking about? I'm providing support.
Roger.
Okay. Hey, wait! That hurts! Let's talk. Just for a moment. Just for a minute. Please. Just for a little while. Take that stuff with you. It'll be a lifesaver, I'm telling you. Would you just do me a solid and take it? Otherwise, I'm dead meat. If you don't take that stuff, they're gonna turn me into one of those rust buckets. Edith, she'll... Enoch passed judgment. She's going to turn me into a Nikke. She'll strip me of my CEO title and demote me so that I'll be working under you. So help me out. I know that, but she gave me a way out. If I help you out and listen to everything you say until you are satisfied, and if you say you're okay, she will cancel her judgment. Look, I know you hate me, but not enough to want me dead, do you? If I die, my death will weigh on your consciousness. Well, it is to me! I'll do anything you tell me to. Please. I get why you're confused. This is all so sudden. Just take those with you. We can talk later, okay? Just give me a call if you need anything, alright? And if Enoch asks, just tell her you're thinking about it. Please.
Yes? In light of Suin's crimes, I have made a ruling. Allow me to explain. Missilus Industry is a vital entity within the Ark that we cannot go without. To replace the CEO of such a company on short notice is not possible due to lack of personnel. Alternatively, were the CEO to be ousted by force, operations at Missilus would suffer greatly. If Missilus were to collapse, then the Ark would soon suffer the same fate. I intentionally issued a false ruling to Suin. I am currently not allowed to penalize Suin in such a way that would permanently alter her position at the company. However, considering the severity of her actions, and in light of this recent incident, something must be done. In formulating my ruling, I combined all of the things that I knew Suin would detest the most. I also decided to have her assist the squad that boasted the greatest accomplishments, which is the Counters. If it avoids the need to resign as CEO and being turned into a Nikke, Suin will do everything in her power to support you. Be sure to use her to your advantage. I'm afraid I do not understand. That is correct. The basis of this decision was primarily founded on my subjective judgment. That is a fallacy. No one except for you and me is aware of the mendacious nature of this judgment. I personally will never disclose this to anyone. As long as you don't say something, there won't be an issue. In addition, this judgment is hardly something that poses a disadvantage to you. Both Missilus Industries' resources and expertise are in a league of their own. This incident in the Ark was clearly orchestrated by a third party. I am an AI whose every decision regarding the Ark is based solely on objective facts. Despite this, there has always been a small group that has been above the law, and they were all members of the ruling class. With any matter pertaining to them, objective judgments are an impossibility, because the criteria of what constitutes right and wrong are constantly adjusted to suit their needs. If this continues, there is nothing preventing a similar incident from occurring again. Should that come to pass, the fallout would be catastrophic. My primary objective is to protect the Ark. I realize that my slavish dedication to the rules set forth in the Ark has hitherto proven a major hindrance. It is for this reason that henceforth I will proceed according to my own judgment. That's not true. My subjective judgments will be the new objectivity. A fair accusation. Hence, I wish to put a safety measure in place. You. If you determine that I have gone too far, go find Ink. She will take care of the rest. That's right. I am asking you to keep a close eye on me. I am putting my trust in you.
What did Suin say? Does she have something up her sleeve?
Are we actually allowed to take these?
Are you sure it's okay?
There aren't any hidden explosives in them. I've confirmed that much.
How in the world did you figure that out?
With my, firepower sensor.
If you're going to lie, at least try to sound confident so people will buy it. Then, are we leaving now?
It'd probably be a good idea to check the area where the escape elevator emerged from.
Good idea. There might be some clues left behind. We could end up running into another heretic or chatterbox, though. Hey, what's gotten into you? This is where you start blustering about your firepower.
Oh, right. I guess my firepower sensor is a bit overworked.
Okay.
In that case, let's go.
Good idea. I'm not detecting any raptures in the area.
So we're good to go? Wait a moment.
What is it?
I think there's something up ahead.
What do you mean? I'm not picking up anything. Commander, is there anything marked on the map?
Can I see the map for a moment, Master? This mark here. What was it?
What mark? I don't see anything.
Look here. The color is slightly different. I think I heard something about this. Now I remember. It's a minefield.
Did you say minefield? As if you step on one and it's time to kiss your butt goodbye?
Yep. Meaning we could be in big trouble if we went this way.
I hate to have to say this, Commander, but do you think we may be in over our heads here? At the very least, we'd fare better if we had an operator.
Should we secretly ask Exia for help?
I heard she was helping Enoch with something. So she's probably busy.
Still, it wouldn't hurt to ask, would it? Maybe that would be asking too much of her.
Precisely.
Then maybe we should... you know...
Huh? Yes, you're right. Okay.
I'll also make sure that my firepower sensor is on full alert.
We're here, but
What's with all these raptures?
whatever happened here, it must have been quite the commotion. Since an elevator of that size just popped out of the ground, it would have made a really loud sound. On top of that, there were some people of interest riding it. I'm sure it attracted its fair share of attention.
If we want to do any serious investigating, we'll have to chase these raptures away.
Think we can ask them nicely to vacate the area?
Something tells me they won't be too willing to grant that request.
Would pointing our guns at them help convince them?
I would assume so.
Sounds good. Let's show them some hospitality.
I know all about that.
Got a sit rep for you, Rep. Oh, right.
Why are you talking about Rappy as if she's already dead?
What do you mean?
People only say things like that when they're mourning a fallen comrade.
It just slipped out. I didn't mean anything by it. Anyway, are you done over there?
Yeah, I'm done.
It's not going to be so easy. This place is a disaster zone.
What do you think happened? If you ask me, it looks like there was one heck of a skirmish between those monsters. I don't think there's one square inch here that isn't torched or torn up in some capacity.
That may well be the case. I'd certainly classify heretics and chatterbox as monsters. And the two they were going up against were monsters themselves. If anything, it'd be even more strange if the surroundings were untouched. Thank goodness we took the fight outside the Ark when we did, or else that place would have been in ruins.
Surely monster is a bit harsh. I prefer formidable warrior myself.
Dorothy!
I didn't say monster.
Took you long enough. I've been waiting for ages.
For us?
Who else? After escaping from the elevator, there was a confrontation with the heretics. To call it an even fight would be doing Rappy a disservice. She wiped the floor with them.
That's amazing!
So, the heretics ran off. I never thought I'd say those two words in a sentence together. Anyway, Rappy went after them.
Why didn't you follow? Because you don't have any skin in the game, am I right?
Is that what you think? Think about who I fought with in the Ark. Ah, perhaps you didn't see it. After all, both of you got turned into mincemeat before you could do much of anything. To be exact, it was because I had not yet stabilized myself. I felt I was on the verge of pushing myself too far.
But you're a pilgrim, and you're from Eden.
Just because I'm a pilgrim doesn't mean I can do anything. The same goes for Eden. I can't fight forever at full power. Although, Rappy essentially did just that. Having said that, what exactly is she?
She's my friend.
Mine too.
Thanks. Very helpful. Let me ask again. What is this Rappy? The things I saw her do don't even seem possible.
I'm not sure. Every once in a while, she just goes off on a tear.
Isn't she cool?
Okay, fine. Are you searching for her? I'll come with you. I'll ask her myself. Yes. Is that a problem?
What are you hiding?
You've got me all wrong. If I wanted something from you, I would just take it. I wouldn't go through the trouble of all this play acting.
Plus, we're so nice.
And from what I see, you guys seem to be in a tough spot. I'll help you. The heretics and Rappy are headed this way. Follow me.
Are you okay with this, Commander?
Me neither. And besides, we're super close to Eden. It should be okay, right?
All right, fine. What could possibly go wrong? Can I ask you something?
If I say no, are you going to ask anyway?
Most likely.
Then ask.
Why did you come to the Ark?
I had my reasons.
What reasons?
Sightseeing.
What'd you think of the Ark then?
Hard to say. I hardly had time to see anything before I had to leave.
Why aren't you going back?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I'm asking why you aren't going back to the Ark. I'm sure you've got a few more stops left on your sightseeing tour.
Because I'm curious about Rappy.
That only makes me more suspicious.
Why is that?
You barely know her. Is it because you were impressed by her display? My goodness, such incredible power! I've never seen anything like it! It's not something like that, right? If I'm reading you right, power is a means to an end, not the be-all and end-all.
What makes you think that?
If power was what you were after, you wouldn't be wandering around flaunting it like you are.
A most perceptive observation. You're correct. I'm not particularly curious about Rappy's power. I'm slightly fascinated by that scarf, which materialized when her powers were activated.
Just slightly? You must be more than a little interested if you're giving up your sightseeing plans.
Fine. Allow me to rephrase it. I have an intense interest in it. What exactly is that scarf?
I'd love to tell you, but I don't know much about it myself. It beats me why Rappy is able to unleash such remarkable strength. And this was the first time that I'd seen that scarf.
Have you ever heard of Red Hood by any chance?
Can't say I have. First time hearing it.
I see.
I've also got a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Why do you transform?
Come again?
Why don't you always stay in your transformed state?
Sure, that would perhaps be more efficient. But efficiency is not the only thing in this world, is it? For example, let's say there is someone or something that you loathe with all your being. The most efficient method of destroying it would be to make its end quick and absolute. But if your hatred is strong enough, you'd want to see them suffer first before destroying them. Emotions can sometimes overcome efficiency. You could say that my outfit and my armor adhere to a similar philosophy.
I see. That shares some common ground with firepower. In a way, there's something poetic about sacrificing efficiency for a greater principle.
Precisely.
In that sense, you and I are very similar.
You think so?
You and I are both walking down the same path. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, as am I.
Does anyone else smell that? Like something's burning?
The ground is hot. Too hot to be normal.
That is very likely. You two stay in front.
Us?
Yes,
Why?
you're the most expendable.
Us?
Between you and me, who has more value? If someone has to go, we should start with those lowest on the totem pole.
How come?
That's how things work up on the surface. Survival of the fittest. Sorry to break it to you, but if there's anyone we could stand to lose, it's you two.
Us?
Yes, you two are weaker than me. There's no denying that.
How come?
Are you even listening to me?
Us? How come?
Me? How come?
Hey, stop copying us!
Yeah, stop copying us.
Understood.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
You look like you've seen better days.
Congratulations, you have eyes.
Did Rappy do this to you?
Well,
Answer me.
why should I have to answer to a 2-bit lackey sent from Eden? You disgust me. I didn't know we had an amateur detective in our midst. Betrayal my ass. That would mean there was a point in time when I trusted them to begin with.
But why did you revive them both?
Dunno. Maybe I just wanted some company.
Do you want to live?
If you all take a hike, I might have a chance.
No. You will die. Your nanomachine's regenerative capabilities are slowing. Your core output may have dropped. In your current state, you'd make a fine meal for any raptures wandering nearby.
I have just one favor to ask of you.
Say it.
Piss off! I can't take you buzzing in my ear any longer. Get lost, or plug me and get it over with.
I figure you already know this, but just to be sure, please refrain from any communication with Eden. I've invested a lot in this plan. If it ends up going south, I'll be left hanging high and dry.
Are you going to shoot me or not? If not, then beat it.
Nihilister, you were the dragon that roamed the surface, incinerating everything in your path. Your flames claimed the lives of countless Nikkes. You were a constant thorn in Eden's side. You were an agent of wanton destruction, laying waste to all you saw. And now you want a peaceful death? Sorry, but you don't get that luxury. You can sit and wait right here. Something will come along and put an end to your waiting soon enough. Why not? Don't tell me you feel sympathy for her. Do you have any idea how many Nikkes Nihilister killed in the Ark? Or would you prefer that we stay here and finish the job? It would be the perfect opportunity to have your way with a living heretic. It'd be such a waste to kill her outright. That I'm not sure about.
What are you doing? Hey, I asked you a question! You son of a bitch! How dare you insult me like this! Why don't you just put me out of my misery?
What are you going to do?
About what?
Siwan.
Enoch made her judgment, did she not? It should be followed.
She's ordering the CEO of the Big Three to be subservient to a lowly commander. What if this commander has other intentions?
You don't have to worry about that. He's an upstanding individual.
Whenever humans gain a modicum of power, it changes them.
Including you? This is a private matter between the two of them. There is no need for us to even talk about it. In my opinion, that commander might be impulsive, but he is not a threat. So there won't be any problems.
Still, how could you?
He won't threaten your position. At least for the time being. So relax. And let's move on.
Fine. What about the other issue at hand?
And what would that be?
That pilgrim.
It doesn't matter what we do now. She's back on the surface. She's doing her part to extricate the Ark from this crisis.
She'll be back.
There's a high chance of that, yes.
Hence I'm asking, what are you intending to do about it?
What exactly are you getting at?
I propose that we eliminate the pilgrim.
Kill her?
She poses too significant a threat. I don't know what she's after, but the influence she could have over the Ark is monumental. Right now, the Ark needs stability more than anything.
But Dorothy wants a pact. Why are you proposing that we kill her?
Think about it. After the Raptures besiege the Ark, she arrives here. Immediately after, 2 heretics and the other unique individual are resurrected. That pilgrim is behind all of this. You can't possibly think it was all a coincidence, can you?
No, I don't think that. But I've run countless tests on the optical camouflage Dorothy mentioned. It's legitimate. I also have my doubts, but I think we should wait before springing into action.
Wait. Wait for what?
To see what Dorothy's motives are.
Isn't it obvious? She wants to see the Ark fall.
If she wanted to topple the Ark, there are far more practical methods to do so. Why bother going through all this rigmarole?
Fine. Let's say we follow your suggestion and wait. What if we end up with a bigger problem on our hands as a result? One that we can no longer fix? What then? If we sit here twiddling our thumbs, it'll be too late. We have to strike first.
I have something in mind. If worst comes to worst, we do have a failsafe.
I assume you're referring to what Enoch is preparing?
Yes. For now, we'll do as Burning Gum suggests.
What right do you have to propose our next course of action? You sat by and did nothing at the crucial moment.
Regardless of what the Pilgrim's true intentions are, we cannot allow mere hearsay and skepticism to scuttle the pact with Eden. If the pact goes through, the gains will far outweigh any potential losses. So let's sit back, prepare for the worst, and wait for her to make her move. She's the first Pilgrim to set foot in the Ark since it was founded. We mustn't resort to hysteria or persecution simply because we have lingering doubts.
Any potential threats must be eliminated. The Ark cannot afford another catastrophe.
Your stupidity is astonishing.
What?
If you had half a brain, you'd realize how foolish you sound right now. Suppose she is actively attempting to sabotage the Ark, as you allege. If that is the case, what could the Ark possibly do to stop her? Even supposing we somehow foil her plans, can you stop the combined forces of Eden? Do you have the slightest idea how mighty their forces are? So what you're telling me is that you want to wage war against a group of people who not only have managed to survive and thrive on the surface, but have also developed their own technology. Only a lunatic would fail to see how flimsy that plan is. I already said that I agree with Burning Gum's suggestion. Well, allow me to rephrase. That is our only viable option.
Very well. If that's the case, then I agree. We'll sit back and wait for the Pilgrim to make the next move.
Okay.
Just one thing. I wish to launch my own investigation into this Pilgrim Dorothy. Now that we know what she looks like, we're sure to turn up some relevant information in the central government's database. We might be able to find some salient information if we dig into her past.
Is that really necessary?
Of course. Her past actions might provide a hint about her current motives.
I agree with that.
I'll take your silence as agreement.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Burning Gum. Is there any remaining information about the Goddess Squad? The Goddess Squad? Why do you... Answer me. Is there anything left? No. We've been continuously distorting and removing select information to prevent the manifestation of any godlike entity. An entire central government database has been wiped. Other than the name itself, there is nothing left. Very well. How are you holding up? Just fine. Thanks for asking. Don't mention it. I'll be on my way. Don't push yourself too hard. I'll try my best. Dorothy.
Jeez, what happened here? It looks like a tornado ripped through this place. I don't think there's a single building left untouched.
There's still a bunch of dust and debris floating around, so whatever it was, it must have happened fairly recently.
You think so? Don't tell me this is the aftermath of the battle between Rappy and them.
I would assume so. There are burn and slash marks everywhere. Deep fault lines and cracks that splinter through the ground and across the surfaces of the nearby buildings. I'd say their fight extended out to here and beyond.
This is beyond firepower. It's more like... I don't even know what. Something beyond my comprehension.
Sure, but you don't exactly comprehend a whole lot.
It makes sense to feel that way. To witness the true power of a heretic. The carnage that they can unleash when unconstrained is akin to a catastrophe. Something is indeed truly beyond comprehension. But you all, as much as I hate to admit it, you all have gotten further than any other squad out there. So, I'm forced to acknowledge that you've all done admirably in that respect. I'm simply being honest. Whether or not luck played a significant part in it, you achieved the desired result.
Thanks. I'll do my best not to boast.
I'll be amazed if you can hold out for longer than 5 seconds.
However, based on my personal observation, I believe your success was either a fluke or the result of dumb luck.
Come again?
Why would you say that?
I'm merely continuing my habit of being honest. Your movements are too sporadic, sloppy, full of loopholes. I find it hard to believe that you managed to live this long up on the surface. You never once pondered over your own weak points. This tells me you are accustomed to having backup, which I assume would be the missing Rappy. If one person covers what the entire squad lacks, can this even be called a proper squad?
Hey, you better watch it!
Am I wrong? I don't think so. Fortunately, the commander has markedly improved since I first saw him. I'm confident in his ability to lead the squad without Rappy in the ranks.
You are doing so well buttering us up. Why are you looking to pick a fight now? Are you finished, or do you have more to say?
Well, in fact, you two are clearly a burden to both the commander and Rappy.
Have you lost your marbles? You have no idea how long we've been a team. How can we possibly be a burden? Who do you think you are talking to us like that?
Yeah, how rude can you get? Besides, the point of any squad is that its members complement each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Preach, sister!
Tell me then, which of Rappy's weaknesses are you compensating for now?
For one, she's boring.
And we're fun.
She's not especially cute either.
But we're positively adorable.
She can't fire a rocket launcher.
Or a shotgun.
She only wears dark clothes.
And doesn't need glasses.
She wears the most plain Jane underwear ever.
Her butt cheeks are always poking out too. Do we embarrass you, Master? I can't believe this! You're all conspiring against us!
You're the ones who are unbelievable. I suggest you heed my words. You're scraping by for the moment, but soon you'll be at your limit. How long are you going to continue to depend on others?
You're starting to really get on my nerves.
Should we do some additional training then?
Also, what's wrong with relying on others?
We complement each other and boost each other up.
Exactly! And what about you? If you're so against relying on others, what are you doing in Eden? Why don't you piss off and go be alone? Go defeat the Raptures yourself. Save the world on your own without any help.
You're the one who asked to join us. And we let you. You can't find Rappy on your own, and you know it. You're worried.
I didn't want to bring this up, but I've saved you from getting hit countless times.
I also saved Anise from getting hit in the back.
It seems to me that you all take the sacrifices of others for granted. It makes me sick.
If you're so sick, then get lost and go see a doctor.
Yeah, I'll make you an appointment.
Do you think Rappy feels that way as well? Where does this confidence come from?
Yes?
What's up?
Yes, I'm okay.
I was a bit hurt, though. Are you kidding? She was as hostile as could be.
Calling us useless sacks of dog crap that hold people back? And right to our faces! Whose side are you on, Commander? We've been through hell and high water together. But it sounds to me like you're siding with someone you've just met.
You need to pick a side right now. Otherwise, we're going on strike.
We were only kidding.
We were?
Well, there was some truth to it. I know that Neon and I weren't much help during the recent incident in the Ark. Crow played us for fools, and then when the Heretic and Chatterbox appeared, our contribution didn't exactly amount to much.
What? That's not true. I made a lot of contributions. Didn't I?
Even though Rappy did all the heavy lifting, that's not to say you didn't do anything. Oh, for crying out loud. Fine. You played a crucial role. Better?
I guess. Okay.
Anyway, Dorothy wasn't entirely off the mark with her comments. To keep it 100% real between us, I felt it too. We've been really struggling ever since Rappy disappeared. The commander has had to take on more and more responsibilities, while I personally haven't made notable improvements. Now, that's not to say that I haven't improved. I have. However, I think I'm quickly approaching my limit. To be fair, though, fighting on the battlefield has never been my bag. If I keep this up, well, you know, I might really end up dragging Rappy or the commander down.
Since we're being honest with each other, I've been somewhat concerned about my lack of firepower. Is there any kind of hack I can use to boost up several levels at once?
I doubt it. The world rewards time and dedication with these things.
The truth hurts.
That it does.
But Anise, you know how we are. Don't you think we could use a little more confidence?
There's a fine line between confidence and delusion.
That's not what I'm saying. If we always compare ourselves to Rappy, we're bound to come up short. Unless we stop doing that, we won't be able to do anything. Sure, there are areas in which we're lacking, but there are just as many where we excel. Instead of beating ourselves up about how we might be a burden, how we're pulling our weight, etc., I say we could use a bit more confidence. It's all about giving our best with the assets we have.
You think so?
Of course.
I guess you're right. Rappy wouldn't have cared one iota about all of this anyway. She'd never feel that she was the only one doing all the heavy lifting. She's always given her best. But she never lorded it over us or anyone else. She never looked down on anyone or acted superior. Whatever the outcome, she simply did her best, and she would be happy if things went well. And if things didn't go well, she didn't blame anyone. She would chalk it up to luck. This might sound conceited, but I believe the reason Rappy is like that was because she had trustworthy squad mates who brought out the best in her.
Us.
Exactly. That's why, even at a time like this, she believed in us and rushed ahead. She knew we would come to find her.
So don't pay attention to anything Dorothy says. 'Cause we've got better things to do.
Yeah, we're too busy trying our best.
Right.
That doesn't mean, however, that we should rest on our laurels. We have to do something.
For sure.
The first order of business is finding Rappy.
Yeah, and pronto.
Comrades in arms, they said.
I've set up all the decoys.
All done on my end as well.
It's been a little while since I went camping.
I'm surprised you've even camped at all. Doesn't exactly seem up your alley.
Is that so? I suppose it has been a few years.
Colored me surprised. I thought you'd be going on about how you couldn't sleep without a proper bed. Complete with soaked sheets.
You seem to have a rather myopic perception of people.
Sorry. It's probably because of my glasses.
What do you usually eat when you go camping?
I don't really eat much. It's the others in Eden who are voracious eaters. They're fans of different fruits, meats, and vegetables.
Wow, a bunch of fancy pants. Sounds more like a royal outing than roughing it out at a campsite.
Well, it's certainly not efficient, I'll tell you that much. All those food supplies are bulky, yet they aren't high in calories. Anyway, what do you all eat?
Usually, whatever we bring from the Ark. Apparently, there are tons of food sources up on the surface, but you've got to be a skilled hunter in order to enjoy them. That's a tall order for amateurs like ourselves.
Would you like to try some? It might not look like much, but it's not bad.
No, I don't eat food from the Ark.
Why not?
I despise nothing more.
Regardless, try and choke one down. Don't want you passing out on us.
Is this Splendimin?
You've heard of it? Aw, darn. It's fun watching people freak out when they're not familiar with it.
I'll eat anything you give me, except for Splendimin.
You gotta feed her something. Do we have anything else besides Splendimin?
Don't trouble yourselves. I said it was fine.
Yeah, it'd be a waste to not eat it after we slept that stuff all the way out here. Let's see.
Is that an energy bar?
Nice! And what do we have here?
Ooh, that's a freeze-dried fruit that expands when you put in water.
I had no idea stuff like this even existed. The marvels of modern technology, eh?
Does Matisse always get to eat this good?
I'm jealous. You have to make do with Splendimin. Here, have some, Commander. Oh, don't you worry. I will.
Anise, can I have that milkshake over there?
Sure. Wait. This one's supposed to be mine. Where did yours go?
I've already finished it.
Astonishing! You've got some nerve asking for mine after polishing yours off. Whoa! Hold up a minute! This is a bona fide chocolate bar! This is made entirely from ingredients found on the surface.
Holy moly!
How did Missilus manage to get their hands on this stuff? Commander, you decide the ultimate fate of this chocolate bar.
You don't need cutlery by any chance, do you?
Thank you.
How is it?
It's a taste that I've missed. I used to have this quite often. Good at...
What were you just about to say?
Did you eat Godesium? Do people in Eden just eat everything?
I'm going to search the perimeter.
Why? We've already put up the decoys.
Don't take any offense, but I'd be more comfortable checking it myself.
I've just about had it up to here with you.
Master.
She seems a bit out of sorts. You should probably go check it out. Just talk to her, okay?
There may be decoys set up, but it's still mighty brave of a human to be wandering around alone up here. So, why did you follow me? In that case, I'll go somewhere else. Everyone seems awfully curious about this. All right, since it's just the two of us, I'll be up front with you. I'm going to bring down the Ark. It is a false paradise and should not exist. A rather subdued reaction, I'd say. You don't believe what I'm saying? You're quite an interesting fellow. Do you have any idea what I've been doing on the Ark and what I'm preparing for? You can only know what someone else is thinking if they're a shallow thinker. Unfortunately for you, I'm no shallow thinker. I must say, this conversation has taken an unusual, if not entirely unamusing turn. It's as if I'm pleading my case to get you to believe me. Convincing you that I'm up to no good. It's up to you whether you choose to believe me or not. Either way, it won't stop me from doing what I need to do. That was merely me putting on a show. Running away from a heretic isn't as easy as you might think. What is it that you want to say? You really don't seem to believe what I'm telling you. Fine. Think whatever you want. Ignorance is bliss, after all. As for now, I should be moving along. I don't appreciate having my alone time taken away from me. Don't follow me. A campfire.
The ashes are still warm. Whoever made this left not too long ago.
To think that there's someone else up on the surface who appreciates a good fire as well.
If you ask me, they must have some kind of death wish. They were practically begging for a rapture to detect them with their thermal vision.
If that's what they were after, then why make such a nice and orderly fire?
Yeah, and I don't see any signs of a struggle either.
There are footprints along the edge of the lake. Judging by the stride and number of steps, I'd say there were 3 people. 2 taller, 1 shorter.
3? Why do you say that? Isn't Rappy supposed to be alone?
I doubt Rappy is behind this. There's no way she'd be stupid enough to start a campfire up here.
Then that must mean it's someone else?
It must be. Who could it be?
Can we not simply follow the footprints? Despite what you say, I believe this is related to Rappy in some way. All right, let's go.
Whoa! That's a rifle!
Where's it coming from? Yes, that's it.
Hey! We need to stick together! The shots are coming from ahead of us. Let's go, Master! Have you ever seen such a crazy bunch in your life? A campfire? Honestly? Are you trying to advertise your presence to the Raptures? Why don't you say something? Not being used to life on the surface is no excuse. Such reckless behavior is absolute grounds for punishment. Because of that campfire, we got ourselves into a fight that could have been avoided.
Good grief. Would you can it already? I already said I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't enough. Fortunately, Crown is as strong as she is, or else we'd have been overwhelmed. If something like this ever happens again...
Miss High and Mighty is the one who wouldn't shut up about wanting roast potatoes. That's why I built the fire in the first place. You want to know what she was doing when I was building the fire?
Stopping you, surely.
As if. She was sitting right by me, knife and fork in hand, practically drooling all over herself. Who the hell eats roast potatoes with a knife and fork anyway?
Eating with one's hands is far too undignified for someone like Her Highness.
We're getting off track here.
So did you roast the potatoes for her or not?
No! In case you forgot, you came and reamed me out before I could cook anything. I even put out the fire when you asked me to.
Enough of this. Hurry up and serve Crown her roasted potatoes.
This is like talking to a wall.
Both of you, stop it. I will make a fair judgment. Both of you are at fault.
Huh?
I was merely testing Red Hood's capacity to make rational decisions. As for you, Chime, I was testing your patience. Unfortunately, both of you failed.
Aha! I knew there must have been a reason for you acting this way. I apologize for doubting you.
It's okay. Just try and do better next time.
What happens if we pass?
Sorry?
I assume those are the two possibilities, right? Pass or fail? What happens if we pass?
I, bestow upon you the honor of being able to tend me.
And what a great honor it would be.
I feel like I'm in the nut house. Ugh. Hey, you two lunkheads. Who are those people over there?
Are they Nikke's? Oh no. All of your blustering got us discovered by other Nikke's.
If any of us is taking home the top prize for being loudest, it's you.
I count 3. We have to shake them.
Okay, I'll call Tromp right away.
Just a second.
What for? We're not to have any contact with other Nikke.
Red Hood?
Dorothy?
Hey! Watch out! Prepare for battle.
No. Hold.
Red Hood!
Dorothy as I live and breathe? Wow. You certainly don't seem to have any compunctions about physical contact anymore.
How are you alive? Who are you?
What's wrong?
You heard me. Who are you?
I'm Red Hood? Are you alright?
But how? Something... You died.
Hey, you candy apple-looking bugger. What's with that scarf?
What about it?
Hey, do you know Rappy?
Rappy? You know Rappy?
Answer my question!
I should be asking you the same thing.
She's our friend.
And comrade in arms.
I am Rappy's. Friend? Mentor? Comrade? It's a bit tough to find an apt word for it. Anyway, one of those, I guess.
Where is she?
If I were to guess... Here,